Welcome to the Lone Officer Breakfast Clubs, my friends. Hey, it's Wednesday. Darn it, I didn't do the flux capacitor calculation.
I was just
I
going to tell
don't,
you that you forgot it,
and we
I
don't have
have
any
no
music.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
we
right.
don't?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Listen,
screw it.
I mean,
I mean, I had my register, but now it's not going. So we don't have music. Whatever. All right. Bum,
Happy
bum,
Wednesday.
bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun,
Okay,
dun, dun,
okay.
dun.
We
Oh,
should
I
have
mean,
you
I'm
whip out
hearing
the
it great. Yeah,
guitar.
it's ripping for me. That's all right. We don't need music. All right. Well, it is Flux Capacitor Wednesday. So, Kristen, you got to get the Flux Capacitor going in the chat, my friend. And we've got to figure out what, well, gosh darn it. You know what? Let's let somebody else figure it out. So, guys, what is the amount of the percentage of time we have left in the year, right? You got to do it on a weekly basis. We've been here before. We've gone down this path. Somebody do the calculation. How much time do we have left in the year? What is our
If,
capacitance? What,
if
is it?
Vicky is in here, she's gonna have it
She
first.
got it right
She's
last time, so we'll see if she gets it right this time. But
Guess
well, I wouldn't know because I'm not calculating it. So
I'm gonna guess 49%.
you say 49, so I don't
I'm gonna
think
say
no.
50. I'm gonna say
like
50.
52.
Yeah, I was
51.
gonna say 51 or 52.
I think it's got to be somewhere closer to that. Yeah, it can't be 49, Casey, because we're still in June.
And
You know what I mean?
Chris
we were
Roberts
like
Chris Robertson
56
says
last week or
56.
something.
Yeah, we're still in June, so we're less than 50%, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
we have to.
Yeah, so there would be no. There's more than 50% left.
More than 50%.
Oh,
52.3.
left. Well then I'm
Yeah,
thinking 50,
yeah,
51,
left.
52.
So I think Dana's right. Deanna Bryant, 52.3. I'll bet that's about right.
Well, and it's close. Way to go.
You know what? We're going with it, my friends. That's what we're doing. So, all right. Okay, so about 52.3% left in the year to accomplish the goals that we promised ourselves we were going to do at the beginning of the year.
Thank you, sir.
As always, Eddie Skinner coming through loud and clear. Gotcha, Eddie. Good to have you here this morning. Hey, as always, let's just find out, man, how we feeling? How we feeling? Are we ahead of the game? Are we at par? Or are we behind in the chat? Like ahead, at par, behind with the goals that we set, right? That we want to accomplish by the end of the year. Where we at? Let us know in the chat. 51.78. Way behind. Come on, Brad. You got this. Well, Brad, you did have that surgery, so ahead. Look at that, Marty. Yeah, little behind. Amy on the way. Ahead, behind, ahead. Yeah. You know what, man? Here's the good news. The good news is, and I hope this resonates with everybody. I hope that this really does. Is the good news is that Kristen Simpson is here, and I just wanted to spotlight her and just let everybody know that it's going to be okay. Right,
Everything's
Kristen.
gonna be okay.
Right, everything's
I
going
mean,
to be.
you're not going to be okay, but everybody else is going to be.
I'm not going to be okay. This is true. Big trouble for Frank Garay coming up soon. Hey, man, let's go around the room here. And I'm so bummed my music isn't working. I'm really disappointed. Let me see what's going on with that. It says computer audio there. I'm gonna nix that real fast and try it one more time because it's no fun without music. It really
Well,
is.
we are all
You might as well
giving
just
you
you might as well
trombone.
just go home, right? I mean,
Frank,
so
why
we
are you
didn't hear
trying
any of
to-
this stuff. We didn't hear
Oh,
the cash.
yeah, we heard that.
You
Yeah.
heard that. Okay. So if I do this, do we hear the
I
Jeopardy
hear it.
music?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. We're back in business, my
Listen,
friends.
Patrick Morales said, better call a Navy guy.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right, Mr. Morales. Okay. So here's the deal. Let's pick someone to pick someone. Casey O'Toole's our guest today. So by the way, we have a great guest today, Casey O'Toole. He's going to just freak us out. Trust me, he will freak you out today. It's going to be good. It's going to be one of those cigarette moments for sure. But Casey, so you can see all the people and their names, right, floating around here on the screen.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So what you can do, Casey, is while I play the music, you're going to pick someone to share a win. Okay. So look around, take your time, but pick
I'm gonna
someone.
say Patrick Morales.
Pat Morales. Okay. Pat Morales. Mr. Smarty Pants. Let's go. Give us a win. Where you at? Let's go. Pat Morales. Or is it not working? Do I get to sad trombone him? Because he knows I will.
I mean, you should, because he called
Okay.
you out and said you should call a Navy guy.
Big fat sad trombone. Okay, so Casey O'Toole, one more time. Pick someone else.
All right, Tom Wilson.
Tom Wilson. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's get a win. What's the win from Tom Wilson? Come on, man. Let's go. Wake us up this morning. Are we serious?
My goodness.
Listen,
Are we
I
serious?
have something. Can I?
Yes, Gen Z. Go right ahead. What's a win?
So, I know it's very late in the month to do this, but we've had a lot going on. But we never announced the CallStar All-Star from May.
We didn't?
We
Oh my
didn't.
goodness.
And so
How did we miss
today, listen, we're gonna do it today.
that? We're going to do it today.
Um,
Well, then let's go ahead, Gen Z. Who is the CallStar All-Star winner for May?
It's Glenn.
Glenn Simonette,
Yes.
Glenn Simonette is the CallStar All-Star winner for May. Is he with us?
Yes.
Hey, yeah, good morning. Thank you.
Oh,
That's
Glenn,
amazing.
How does that feel, man?
That's pretty amazing. Well, it feels like I actually did what was recommended to do for 30 days, and the results are pretty amazing.
Really? Do tell.
Yeah, so yeah, good stuff happening there. But wow, good stuff.
So what does he win, Gen Z?
So he wins a cash prize.
Cash
and
prize.
He wins some
Cash prize.
MMA merch.
Some MMA merch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just,
does he get the
bragging
totally
rights?
bragging
and a
rights? Yeah. Does he get the totally cool plastic trophy?
Yes, thanks for adding that. It's plastic. I appreciate it.
Yes, the totally cool plastic trophy. You win it all, Glenn.
Yeah, but
Man,
it
I
has
am
like
so
it
excited.
has a spinny thing on it, so it makes it
It
okay.
is super cool.
With a spinny thing. Man,
Oh
oh
my
man. And that's on top of the killer results that you got, my friend. So congratulations,
which
Glenn.
is the real prize. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Glenn's so great. He's such a good dude. Too bad he's
Yeah.
not sharing his screen. I don't know why he's not. He doesn't really have any hair to have a pillow head or anything like that. I mean, you should share. You should share your screen, man, so we can
Here
see
for
you.
all the
Let's
love.
look
That's
at
what
your
I'm
face.
here for. All the love.
Let's look at your face. Come on.
I'm just waking up, Frank. That's
Oh,
why.
really?
Yeah.
Really? All right.
I mean, I was in the
Fine.
Navy too, but you were in the real Navy, so
That's right. I was a submarine sailor. You know,
That's right. You were
we
the real
attack no
deal.
matter what the pillowhead situation is. It does not matter. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. All right, good stuff. Well, listen, guys, we got Casey O'Toole here. I'm going to highlight him real quick. Let's just spotlight him so you know who the guy is. This is the guy right here, Casey O'Toole. So we want to say good morning to you, Casey. Thanks for joining us here. Little background on Casey and I. We've known each other. We were talking in the green room probably about 15 years. Casey came to Brian Stevens and I when we were doing the National Real Estate Post together and said, "Hey, I got this cool thing." And we were like, "Okay, what do you got?" And then he showed us. I thought, that is cool. And I said, well, let me try it and see how it works. And we've been doing that ever since. He has gone on to develop this thing into just an incredible product. And I'll say this. LinkedIn. For me, LinkedIn has always been kind of that social media stepchild that nobody really uses very well, right? It's like, yeah, I get a LinkedIn account just so I got it there, but I don't really get in there much and do much with it. Is that, you put it in the chat? Are you a heavy user, a moderate user, or a slight user? Say heavy, moderate, if you can spell moderate this morning, or slight in the chat, and just see, where we're at. Yeah, so we got a heavy there. Yeah, I got slight, barely there, slight. For you guys that are moderate or are slight users, right? This is going to freak you out. And for the heavy users as well, this is going to trip you out. So this is a product that Casey put together. It's called LinkyBot.ai. LinkyBot.ai. And I tell you what, this can change things for you dramatically, quickly. Casey, take it away. Give us the lowdown on what you got here.
All right. So I also wanted to kind of do one little other kind of litmus test. I want to see how often people log in. Do they log in daily, weekly, monthly? So light heavy is good, but I want to see like how often they're on LinkedIn. That'd be great. So basically, yeah, so what Frank was saying earlier is we first reached out to him because we had this amazing technology for real estate that was able to generate us buyer and seller leads using LinkedIn automation tools. And at the time, he was part of the daily real estate post. And I'm like, hey, promote us, please. This is great. He used it first. He loved it, but I was able to kind of figure out a way to engage with prospective buyers and sellers using LinkedIn. And you wouldn't typically think of LinkedIn as a sales tool, but it absolutely is because it's a professional network and it provides you with a platform to talk business with other people. And you could target extremely well. You could target people that were, that used to be in the Navy. You could target people that used to work in healthcare. You can target realtors. You can target really anyone you want if you have like a niche. And then you just use our system to engage with them, create that relationship, and then book appointments. And it seems simple because it actually is pretty simple. And LinkedIn is just the platform that we deploy this on.
Yeah, just keep going with it. Understand this, guys. It's using AI to engage with people on LinkedIn, and it's having conversations with them. And they're great conversations, and you just get to monitor this kind of behind the scenes. So, and then it actually leads to appointments being set. It's really awesome. You know what I really dig about it too, Casey, is the targeting. You can really, and the other thing too is that you can have different campaigns going at the same time. So, like I could have one campaign going out targeting real estate agents to set appointments with them. I could have another campaign going if I'm recruiting for my mortgage company, targeting loan officers to do some recruiting. I could have another campaign going to first responders, right, to, deploy or mention my first responder loan programs that I've got or whatever the case may be. So you can have multiple campaigns going at the same time. It's a real workhorse. Get into that a little bit, Casey.
Yeah, so targeting is probably one of the things that people don't understand how powerful it is. When you think of good targeting, you typically think of Google ads or Facebook ads because you can but they've actually limited how you can target, in the past so many years. With LinkedIn, there's still really good filters that you can use to find your people. Right. And like any other business, it's a relationship game. And so as long as you can kind of find a reason to build a relationship with that person, they're going to want to do work with someone they know, like, and trust. So really good targeting. And and I was kind of touching upon the automation side because that's what I think people are, for the most part, familiar with. You're familiar with those kind of spammy messages that come through every now and again on LinkedIn where it says, let me help you close 20 deals in 1 week, right? And it's that's not the way to do it. So we use the automation just to get the person to engage. And then we combined that with our AI to kind of convert them, to build that relationship and to convert them to an appointment. So we find your audience. We use automation to send outreach messages, personalized outreach messages to your targeted audience. We get them to engage, and then we train a unique AI assistant that is kind of trained on your personality, your brand, your goals. And then once that lead replies, the AI assistant takes over, asks them a couple more questions if you wanted to, and then eventually goes, great, sounds like we should probably hop on a call. Here's a link. Let's schedule a quick call. And then it books.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I was just trying to find it in the tech. I just got one just the other day. There was one of the things that I was targeting was contractors. Remember, Casey, I was targeting contractors because I do the fix and flip loans and do the investor stuff, right? And I thought, okay, contractors, let me let them know that I do this in case they've got someone who wants to do an ADU or do something on their property, right? So I got I had a gal call me. LinkyBot gave gave her my phone number. She called me. She was a contractor. I explained, how I can help, emailed her some information. So she's in my system, wanted to know what I could do for her. And then she referred me to another contractor friend of hers who just hit me up like a day ago, but I didn't save his name. So I'm just trying to find by the phone number. But anyway, I can't find it because I wanted to read the text to you guys. But yeah, the guy was like, yeah, so her name was Kiko was her name. And he said, yeah, Kiko referred me to you. I want to learn how I can offer your financing to my clients to do their stuff. So yeah, it just happened. It literally just happened just a couple of days ago. It's kick ass, man. I love this thing. It's amazing.
And another kind of interesting feature is that it can integrate with your CRM, right? So, I mean, many of you are on the similar CRM, if I'm not mistaken. And
yeah, so a lot of us are on LoanOfficerCRM.ai, which is a go high level platform, and I have it connected to mine as well. So it connects to if you got a CRM, pretty much any kind of CRM, really, right, Casey? Yeah, it'll connect. So it'll talk to the CRM and start setting appointments. The thing is freaking awesome, dude. It's absolutely amazing. I saw Diane Joaquin said she's using your products. And Diane, I haven't talked to you in a long time. If it's the same Diane Joaquin, I think. Are you with us, Diane?
Is it Diane?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here. Hey, Frank.
Hey, how are you? It's been a long time.
Yes, it is.
I'm so glad you come here and hang out with us. So.
I do. I'm on the treadmill. Might as well hang out with you
might
guys.
as well. Might as well. Yeah.
But no, I've been using Casey's tools since about 2018, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. They've done a lot for me.
What do you use it for? What do you use it for? Recruiting or?
Yeah, we're recruiting. Yeah, but we kind of build with realtors too to help our loan officers grow. But yeah, mostly recruiting.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that he's Casey's added, a lot of AI to it, which has really enhanced our recruiting too. So it's helped a lot.
Definitely.
So Casey, I think you took me from like 8,000 connections to like 25,000 now, 27,000 connections.
Yeah. We're at a point now with your account that we don't need to really get you any more connections. Now we're mostly just retargeting your current network.
That's right.
And so it just is that much more effective because we don't necessarily need to get them to connect before you can message them a longer message. So yeah, it's growing your network has a lot of added benefits to it. It increases your CRM, like how many people you have in your database, increases the effectiveness of the platform. So, when you post, you get a lot more exposure. So many important things that occur when you have a large network.
Yes. And I appreciate your content too, because your virtual assistant is amazing with the content sharing.
Thank you.
Look at that. We didn't even know we'd have a big fan over here. Diane, thank you so much for chiming in. Yeah, appreciate it. Good to hear from you again. I was going to say this too, guys. The other really neat thing about it is, since it does integrate with the CRM, when it makes a connection, what is it, Casey? So when it's using the Navigator Pro or whatever it is, what is it? It's something. You have to have the higher level of LinkedIn, which is about $79 a month or something like that. It's not that much. But when it makes the connection and they connect with you and they say, yeah, sure, let's get together, that you capture their phone number. If it's in you typically capture their phone number and their email, of course, their name, obviously. That flies right into your CRM. And now that can go into a campaign in your CRM. So you can really build up a database inside the CRM that's now, you can work with, of course, Chris Johnstone and make sure you've got a nice campaign that's going out with these people that you connect with. So you've got, not only do you have the communication going on Linkybot, on LinkedIn, right? But now you've got it in your CRM and it's reaching out to those people as well. So it is a fantastic way to build the database up. I mean, incredible, absolutely incredible. And you get names, phone numbers, everything. I make calls to them. They were going into power dialers for me. So I drop them into a power dialer in the CRM, and then I call the power dialer once a week. And my call is, hey, it's Frank Ray. We met on LinkedIn. We got together on LinkedIn. They go, oh yeah, so it's a warmer call when you give them a call and you just have a conversation with them and see where it goes. Totally picked up business doing it. Absolutely. Without question.
It's a warmer everything. It's a warmer email. It's a warmer text. It's a warmer any sort of like engagement, because you can say that across any channel. Facebook, if you find them on Facebook, hey, we met on LinkedIn. We met on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's a reason why I think a lead coming from LinkedIn is way more valuable than a lead coming from Zillow or Facebook or Google. It's like when people like kind of opt into these things, they don't really realize what they're opting in for. They're getting hounded by lots of different realtors or mortgage loan officers. But with LinkedIn, you're establishing that relationship first, and then they book the appointment. So by the time you have that call, they're already warmed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I would like to just open this up for any possible questions that you guys might have about this. I hope we're conveying this properly, for you guys to. Yolanda, go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you, Casey, for what you just shared. Much appreciated. So I used to work in corporate, and I have a lot of people that are my connections there. I think we're probably about 600-700 people. But now that I'm a mortgage lender, I have not connected my new business to what I was doing before in corporate. And a part of me wants to keep it separate because I'm like, well, maybe who knows? I might want to go back to corporate one day. And I just want to keep it, just separate. So my first question is, what is your advice for someone who is dual career in terms of how to manage their LinkedIn presence? That is my key question. Thank you.
That's a great question. So I get that question a lot, and then I hear that a lot of people tend to remove all of their past experience from LinkedIn prior to starting to use it for outreach. And I don't recommend that at all. I recommend you keep all of your past experience. In fact, add as much as you possibly can, because you don't know what will connect you with someone. People look at your profile before they decide to respond to your message or not, right? And so if you happen to have, experience in corporate, and so do they, that might be a connection. I mean, one of our clients recently got a deal because he was the patron of a jujitsu studio that this person that he reached out to on LinkedIn was a part of. And somehow they kind of connected the dots that like, oh, we're, you own the jiu-jitsu. So he kind of mentioned that he likes jujitsu. This guy owned that studio. They connected there, and then he got a deal. But you wouldn't think that you put something about like your jujitsu accolades on LinkedIn, but you should. You should put every achievement.
Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com. Yeah, my achievements are just huge. I think I ran out of space on LinkedIn for my achievements. Yeah.
So one other quick thing too is I dropped a link, a couple links in there. Those are free. I create these little GPTs, they're called. One is a profile optimizer. It'll help you optimize your profile, right? So you want to keep your profile, as much experience as you can, but then you want to optimize it for what your current goals are. So if your current goals are to get more, close more deals with your mortgage company, then it'll help you optimize your profile for that. And then the LinkedIn playbook is just like a playbook on like what should be your next steps on how you should engage with LinkedIn.
Cool. Free stuff. Right on. Didn't expect that. Awesome. Give us a cha-ching. Greg, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what most of my LinkedIn is like recruiters or people that I don't know very well. There are some connections to my past, but who am I linking to? Like, I'm thinking my ideal people are either of course, realtors, but we have different sources for that. And then I think about clients who work at big companies where maybe I want to get in front of tons of employees at PepsiCo because I had a client there. Who am I using this to connect to, and how am I taking that relationship into a way that I can do business?
So this is where the fun part starts. So this is when it's important for us to know who, like, for us to kind of like brainstorm on who your actual audience is, right? So who not only do you like to do business with, but what people like to do business with you, and what kind of separates you from the other people, right? So we used to do home buying presentations, right, in these local tech companies in Santa Barbara. And so I would connect with all of those tech companies that we would do home buying presentations to, because I have an in. Hey, we just did a lunch and learn at your company. Like, this is the takeaway. You could say, hey, I just, I recently helped a Pepsi client secure a loan for this house, whatever. This is what happened. Would love to help you as well. So if you have any sort of message that you can send to a particular type of audience that is unique, that I think should be your target audience. Realtors. I mean, I think Frank, had a while ago had a campaign where he would offer real estate agents a free marketing tool. So, hey, I have this marketing tool called Listing
No,
Buster.
MoveTube. No, it's MoveTube.
MoveTube. And he says, like, if you want to advertise or market your listing, let me do it for you. And it's like, it's free. Like, why not?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're giving them something, if there's something unique about you, that's a good messaging campaign.
And understand, Greg, the way it's working too is, and I want everybody to understand, this is what's really cool about working with Casey and his team. If you connect with them to help you with this through LinkyBot, they talk to you and they go, okay, who are we going for? And then they figure out kind of the approach. And then you got to understand, like, LinkyBot's doing all the work. Like, it's doing everything. Like, LinkyBot goes out and finds the person. Like, for example, let's say you want to offer, you want to go after police officers, right? Police officers, because you want to give them, you've got some sort of first responder loan, right? So you want to go after police officers. LinkyBot, it finds them, understands who is a police officer, and you do it geographically too. So you can say just in the state of California, right? You could do it just in a city, in a county, in a state, or whatever. And it'll go in California, it'll find police officers, and it'll just reach out to them, say, hey, I'm just trying to build my network up. So you're in California, I'm in California, you're a police officer. I got respect for police officers. We're just hoping, maybe we might be able to connect. And they connect. They go, sure, man, it's a pleasure. Then once that started, Greg, everybody else, once it's done that and it's connected, now LinkyBot goes to work. LinkyBot starts asking questions. And that's the really cool thing about LinkyBot. It's always asking questions. Hey, are you still living in Santa Barbara? You know what I mean? Yeah, we're still in Santa Barbara. Yeah. How you liking it there? Oh, it's still great. Having a good time. The next thing you know, your LinkyBot's having this big conversation with these people, and you'll freak out because you'll see these long conversations that it's having with these people. And people are like totally into like responding back. And, just like any other good AI, it brings them to the point where, hey, if you ever need any help or whatever, this is what I do, that kind of thing. Well, as a matter of fact, I do need something. Next thing you know, you got an appointment set. So you just got to understand, LinkyBot's doing all that heavy lifting for you. You don't have to do any of that heavy lifting. It's doing it all. And every time it makes a new connection, it's in the CRM now. So now they're on an email drip with you or whatever the case may be. It's all being done behind the scenes intelligently. You know what I mean? All day, 24/7, whenever they're connecting, and it's talking to them. It's really, really cool.
It was built because I kept trying to solve like the specific pain points that I was having with the majority of my client base back in the day, which was realtors, right? Where realtors are busy. They don't have time to be on LinkedIn all day, every day. They're always at open houses, they're at closings, all kinds of stuff. MLOs, they're for the most part, they can also be behind the computer a little bit more often. They can be a bit more engaged with LinkedIn. But I built this now in a way where we plugged every single hole, where now you don't only have to use LinkedIn for the outreach, but you can also use our system for the follow-up, because we can then zap them into your CRM for email follow-up, email nurture. Now, okay, so now you're doing the outreach, you're engaging with them, and you're following up, but they're not converting to appointments. Okay, Well, now what we can do is we can attach AI onto it. So now it's also continuing the conversation and booking the appointments for you. There's literally nothing you have to do. It's full cycle from initial engagement, conversationally qualified, booked appointment, done.
It's crazy. It's insane. So look, we're at the top of the hour. Okay, so people are asking what's it costing. We got a special form if they use LOBC, right? So
Correct.
LOBC is going to get, what do they get? What's the deal? Give us what they can do here.
So 20% off. So LOBC, 20% off. Any package. We really only have 2 packages. We have the automation, which is just the automation if you don't want the AI bolted on. And then we have the automation plus AI. So
LOBC will get you 20% off either way.
Yep, either one, correct.
And so the code is LOBC, guys. You go to linkybot.ai. Krista Russo put the link in there, linkybot.ai. What's the kind of cost range on this thing, just so they know?
Yeah, so it's $549 for the automation, and then $997 for the AI.
Okay, so and you get 20% off using LOBC.
And here, and this is the direct link. So that goes to our main website, but then I make it really hard for my clients to actually buy something. So here's a direct link to the order.
You should have been on yesterday's show. Yeah, or Mondays. Yeah. So there you go. He put a link in the chat, guys. That's a direct link. So you can go right there. That would get you the discount automatically anyway. But you also, you can use the code LOBC. That'll get you the discount. I'm telling you guys, it's a game changer. It's a winner. I absolutely love it. It just does all the heavy lifting for you on link. It goes out, finds people, the people you're after, starts relationships with them, has conversations with them. The stuff gets, their information gets dropped into your CRM where Chris Johnstone can help you, continue to market to them. And it's not, guys, it's like you heard Diane, she said she went from like 8,000 to 25,000. Like you literally build a giant database of people that you're targeting that it's engaging with all the time. And then you can put into the CRM. It's really brilliant. It's an absolutely brilliant product. I love it. All right. Good stuff. Hey guys, how about it? Let's give a hand to Casey, man, for helping us out this morning and sharing this. Linkybot.ai. Super, super cool. Any other questions for Casey before we get out of here? Anybody? No? Okay. Good to go. And what are we doing today? Let's go to who's going to volunteer to tell us what we're doing today? Come on. I will sit here in awkward silence because I get paid anyway by Carl. Doesn't matter to me. Nobody talks at all. We'll sit here and stare at each other. I don't care.
I got it.
All right, great. Go ahead.
All right. Today we are calling our past clients.
Yes.
2 letters of the alphabet, so we touch base with them once every quarter. We are thanking them for the business. We are checking in with them. How are they doing? And then we are always ending by asking for the business. Do you have any friends, family, or coworkers that might be looking to buy, sell, or refinance? And if you do, can I count on you to introduce us to each other via a group text message?
Wonderful. Excellent, Mr. Greg. Congratulations. That was a perfect dissertation. All right, you guys, good to go, man. Go to linkybot.ai if you're interested in learning how Casey can help you out and how you can dominate on LinkedIn, which you will, trust me. And we will get on out of here and we'll move on to talking to you guys tomorrow. We'll have Owen Lee back, of course, going through the mortgage market update. Friday, we'll have Chris Johnstone. Don't forget, next week, we are off Thursday and Friday next week. So short week for us next week, Monday through Wednesday. Don't forget to visit loanofficerbreakfastclub.com if you want to get some updates on the news. It's up there, and see our replays as well. You guys have a great day, and we'll catch up here with you tomorrow. Adios. Bye-bye.
A wonderful day, everybody.